Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, I have an interesting message coming through. I'm Carrie Lee. This is Into the List 1717. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the weekly energy check-in. Um, this is going to be an unusual reading because I wasn't even planning on filming a reading today, but Spirit was really adamant that I get on here and film this. And this is going to be a combination of a time sensitive and a timeless reading. And what I mean by that is, I did a reading last week, a week ahead energy check in, and the themes surrounding that, I'm going to link that reading in the description box. The themes surrounding that were around the Venus retrograde that we're in right now and our relationship to our money house, to resources, and also our relationships with other people, especially with regards to authority figures, um, unhealed authority figures that we experienced in our childhood. This is specifically for people that identify with being generational pattern breakers, cycle breakers, black sheep vibes, right? You're on the path, you're doing some sort of inner child work, shadow work. You're doing some type of work in terms of healing your relationship with authority figures, your relationship with how you show up in your work and career life, with how you earn your money, manage and spend it and invest it, right? Anyway, there's a lot to unpack here, so bear with me. So, in terms of the time sensitive part of the message, it's regards to what's happening astrologically right now, meaning we are in Venus retrograde. And I'm filming this on Friday, March 7th. I'm going to post this. I was called to post this on Sunday, the 9th. Um, and I'll get to why I know it's Sunday in a minute, but we're heading into a really important full moon next week, and that's the Virgo full moon, and it's an eclipse. And with that being said, there is a lot of us, that if you identify with this, and you're going to know if this resonates or not, you're going to feel it in your bones, okay? Um, but if you're on that path and you've been doing that kind of work, there are activations that are going to happen for you with this full moon. And things have really intensified for you over the last several weeks to several months in terms of you've really been buckling down in this work, working on reframing your mindset, reprogramming, replacing those old limited belief structures that you've had about money and about your relationship with authoritarian type figures. Um, you've been really dialing in on that, and therefore there's been this result of you experiencing, finally permitting yourself to experience emotions and feelings that you've run away from for most of your life. Or maybe run away isn't the nicest way to put it. It's more or less when you grew up, you were made to feel like expressing your emotions was like you weren't allowed to express your emotions. You weren't allowed to cry. You weren't allowed to express excitement. It was one of those situations where it was like, don't speak unless you're spoken to. It was like you were made to feel ashamed of how sensitive you were growing up as a child. And so, I want to say here, first and foremost, I'm on that path with you. I'm on that journey with you. And that's why Spirit's using me as a channel, as a vessel to bring forth this information for you. So that's part of the time sensitive message. That's why it's really important for me to get the message out today. And that's why Spirit's like, I need you to put this out there this weekend. Now, the timeless part of the message is about the actual, whatever messages and guidance come through with relation to healing these money wounds, healing these masculine wounds, the healing these issues with authoritarian type figures, and like your career house type situation. It can be relationships as well. That's where the timeless part of the message comes in, because that's the same no matter what time is taking place. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense for you. With that being said, I'm going to start with some of the channeled messages that have come through before I actually start pulling cards. And I want to start off with, first of all, letting you know that this message is being infused with quantum frequencies of crystals using this bioresonance device. This is something that's infused in the video. So when you're playing this video and you're listening to this, you're actually benefiting from the crystals that are being run. And so I'm gonna put, they're specifically channeled for this, for the messages that are gonna come through in this reading. And they're here to help you heal, transmute, and release these energies that are floating around in your auric field. And now these can be coming from you yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. It can be coming from other people in your life. That energy is floating around in your auric field. It can also be coming from past life situations, because the work that you're doing more than likely is coming, it's being continued over from lifetimes. Okay, like you're clearing not just this for yourself, but you're doing this work, you're clearing it for your entire family line here on earth now in this life, and you're also clearing it for your ancestral line. So this is really big. Okay, this is really big. So the crystals that are running are Jade, Malachite, I think I'm saying that wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry, whatever, you get the gist. Brazilian Amethyst, Carnelian, and Rhodolite Garnet. You can find the descriptions of each of those crystals and how this whole thing works in the community post over at YouTube. It's exclusive content for my YouTube subscribers. All it costs you is a click, okay? So with that being said, you know, I had an experience with the divine this week. It happened on Wednesday, March 5th while I was sleeping. Spirit works with me a lot in my dream state. It's part of my clairvoyance. It's a way that Spirit, and I feel like Spirit wants me to share this with you guys because I feel like it's happening to a lot of you as well. Like you're having crazy ass dreams, and some of you may be afraid, you know, and or some of you may not be understanding where this is all coming from. So that's part of the reason I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, a lot of times what happens in my dream states, and I'm going to get to the details of that experience in a minute because it is pertinent. Hang with me, okay? It's like there are multiple things happening in the dream state. Either A, I'm working through my own karmic patterns, my soul's patterns that's carried over from lifetimes, and it's like almost like a playground. If you're like a developer, you know what I mean? Like you're like testing things out before you release the full version out, you know, technology wise, right? But it's a place for me to actually play things out where I can actually heal and transmute and release that energy. It's a part of transmutation. Transmutation is about taking these energies, right? These belief structures, these limiting patterns, and transmuting them from the undesirable to the desirable. It's about dissolving blocks. It's alchemy. It's shifting from one frequency to another is what's happening. Another thing that happens in my dream state that could be happening to you as well is there are times when I got no idea where this is coming from in a dream, but it's really about my role as a light worker, as a grid worker. There are a lot of different types of light workers out there. A grid worker, it's like my energy is utilized, it's tapped into through the Earth's grid in order to heal certain areas on the Earth and the people. It's also utilized to protect those regions, right? And it's also utilized to help other light workers really be tapped in. It's almost like kind of like a fuel. Think about it, like a fuel. We want to keep that flow going because we're trying to raise the vibration and raise the consciousness of the planet altogether, okay? Anyway, so a lot of the times I'm processing, if you've ever had a day where you're like, you woke up feeling fine, everything's freaking hunky-dory, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, for no freaking reason, you're just like totally having emotions and feelings. You don't know where the heck they came from. A lot of times you're picking up on the emotions and feelings of the collective, right? And so when that happens, a lot of the times in that dream state, it's like Spirit is helping people like me and people like you. If you are identifying as that type of a light worker, it's like, even not so, maybe you don't identify, and this is like you're just learning about this now, right? Anyway, it helps to transmute that energy and take it from this um, undesirable lower frequency energy to a higher frequency, transmuting it from fear into pure divine creative love. Because fear, although fear, there are parts of fear that are healthy, but a lot of fear is false evidence appearing real. It's like trickster energy to keep you trapped in a mental prison kind of thing. And that's what's happening to a lot of people out there. They're stuck under the shroud of an illusion, right? And so when we transmute that into a high frequency, like an emotion and feeling like love, it elevates, it helps to heal that within everyone else. So I hope that that makes sense to you. Now, what happened to me on the 5th, because I've been doing a lot of really heavy work myself, healing from and breaking patterns from with my own family and my ancestors. I mean, the ancestors are here with us. They're tapping in with us too, in terms of breaking generational patterns and ancestral patterns with relation to poverty, consciousness, and scarcity. And this is not only, and also with relation to authority. And I woke up on Wednesday night in the middle. I was having all these crazy dreams. It's almost like movies. Like I'm in one scene and then it shifts me over to another scene and another scene. And all of a sudden, I woke up to the sound of this beautiful, beautiful music. Just the most beautiful music. It was almost like a combination of like a frequency music paired with like a Hindu vibe. It was very calming and relaxing and soothing. And I swear it was so loud, I thought it was playing from my phone. Because it's normal for me to fall asleep to sound baths and binaural beats and things like that. But anyway, as I woke up and I could hear this music, I was also hearing the sound of this beautiful female voice speaking in such a calm, very monotone voice. And I kept feeling like the presence of Lakshmi. Now, she is a Hindu deity with regards to abundance, okay? And I can't repeat verbatim what the voice says because I was like literally in a slumber, and I'm so upset with myself for not journaling it, because I always advise to do that all the time, or repeating it and recording it right away, but I will for next time. But the gist of what this beautiful voice was saying to me, and this is what Spirit really wanted me to get through to you, is that all of these turbulent emotions and feelings that you've been sitting in, it's like sitting in the fire. It's so painful. And if you're identifying with this, you've allowed yourself to sit in it. Whereas before, you were always numbing it out somehow. Whether that was numbing it out with, alcohol, drugs, sex, shopping, gambling, overworking, being so busy that you can't sit still. But if you're identifying with this message, you gave yourself permission, and you have been building and formulating a very close relationship with the divine like you've never had before in your life. And you sat in this, and you knew that you needed to sit and you needed to feel. And I feel like a lot of us, again, if you resonate with not ever really being allowed to express your feelings or emotions, and like told to suck it up when you're crying, or get over it, or stop crying, stop being a baby, whatever it is, like there was a very big release of emotional tears for you this past week. And this type of crying was different for you in terms of you knew that you were releasing something within you. Like it was a form of shedding those layers of you within yourself that have been holding you back. Right? Because if you identify with this, you've been doing this work for a while now, But like I said, it's intensified over the last several weeks to several months because it's been preparing you. Your spirit team, your angels and guides, your ancestors, I'm getting a 6th chakra squeeze on that, great spirit. They've been preparing you for this upcoming activation, this eclipse. And so I'm getting chills on the tops of my thighs for that. I'm going to get emotional. Some of the words that this beautiful voice was saying to me was that the reason that we had to have you sit in the fire and feel the pain. I'm sorry. Is because we had to let you burn it off. It's because this is part of a massive, massive, life-changing transformation and activation. And you're ready for it. You've closed out massive soul cycles. And if you're identifying with this, this is meant to bring you comfort and clarity and confirmation that that's what's happening right now. You know? Because for a long time, your emotions have controlled you. And what's gone on in the external world, people, situations, you never had control over your inner realm, your emotions and your thoughts up until now. You've attained that through all of the inner work that you've done. But what's been happening and the push for this eclipse, right? The push for this activation, it's like, I'm getting chills on the tops of my thighs. This is confirmation for someone. You've been in a stop and go cycle for a long time. Like, you'll embody this man or woman who you're becoming, who you've become, and who you're becoming. But yet, during any kind of an external situation or experience, you've reverted back to the old patterns. You've let the illusions and the thoughts and the old belief structures, you've fallen back into it. So it's this stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. And you haven't been getting forward. And so the good news is that if you're seeing this and you're still with me, that's ending now. Because the divine, I feel like a lot of you have been experiencing very similar dream states, and maybe you just haven't understood what's going on. And this is bringing you clarity and confirmation that this is going on. And when you have those dreams, I know when I do, I journal them first thing in the morning. This is what it is. Even if it doesn't make sense to me, I write it all down. And when I pull my cards, I help make sense of it. And I actually have an oracle deck that we're going to use. It's a Dreamscape oracle deck that helps me understand what was the message with this? What was the purpose of this? So the morning after, and they wanted me to show you this card. The morning after I did my morning reading for myself, because that's how that's what I do to help myself through all of my soul lessons. That's what tarot is for me, tarot and oracle. It's a way for me to use that divination tool to help me work through all of the archetypal energies that I'm healing and that I'm stepping into. You know what I mean? So the koi fish, look how beautiful this card is. Ooh, isn't that gorgeous? The koi fish came out. And that was the main, what was unfolding for me on the 6th, the morning of the 6th, March 6th. And this is about the Japanese believed that koi fish was a symbol of wealth and prosperity coming in. And the message is that it is on the way. It's coming in. That's what's being unlocked. Your ability, those blocks in your career house, those blocks in your 10th house, those blocks in your 2nd house, the blocks in your 7th house even, relationships, right? It's like That's dissolving. All of this stuff is being activated for you. So Spirit's like, continue working and being self-disciplined and keep working on your career. Keep working on your vocation. Keep working on your soul's calling. Keep working on whatever it is that you've been working on, right? And know that it's coming in. Okay, I know this is really long-winded, and I hope that you're still with me. Again, if this resonates for you, it will. But that's what I've got in terms of the experience that I had with the divine. It was mystical. It was beautiful. I knew exactly what was happening after it was said. I've never had such a clear, I'm getting emotional. I've never had such a clear, I take that back. I have had another experience, but not where I heard them as if they were speaking to me, as they were in the room with me speaking to me, and the music. It wasn't happening on the inside. It was happening on the outside. That's what was different. Anyway, consider this reading something that is activating those codes within you. And no matter where you're at on the path of doing that depth work, these codes are activating the codes within your soul to help you embrace your healing and transformation journey, and to help you embrace and embody your life and soul destiny moving forward. And that's what I really feel like this Virgo full moon is really doing. I know it's what it's doing for me, and it's doing for the collective of you that resonate with this. And that's why Spirit wanted me to share that with you, because I feel like those dream states, I know for myself, I've had these dreams ever since I was a little girl. I was born wide open, and they scared me to death. I had no idea what was going on. I wasn't born into a family that was accepting of that. And so I had no outlet to like express. I was just like, it was all nightmares and terror for me. And so this is also about healing that relationship with your dream state, because it can be an absolutely beautiful gift of clairvoyance for many of us, right? And so maybe that's something that's going to be opening up a lot wider for some of you out there too. Anyway, I was walking the beach this morning. It's where I get a lot of my downloads, and that's actually when Spirit said, knock, 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 I want you to do this reading today. I know you didn't have it on your plate to do it, but I want you to do it. I heard the song by the Commodores because I'm highly clairaudient. I'm getting spiritual chills on my thighs. If you're a Commodores fan, a Lionel Richie fan, it's probably confirmation that this is for you. And if you're not, I recommend you look up the lyrics and actually listen to the song, because there are messages in that song. It blew me away once I started diving into it for the reading. But I heard the song because I normally post this reading on Saturday. And Spirit was like, easy like Sunday morning. I want you to do the message and I want you to post it on Sunday. Why? I don't know. But I'm listening. I'm the messenger, man. I'm the messenger here. And I trust Great Spirit has a plan, right? So I heard the song Easy Like Sunday Morning. And then as I was proceeding, I heard the lyrics. I want to be high, so high. I want to be free to know the things I do are right. I'm getting chills on my thighs. To me, what that means, and it may mean something differently for you, but I feel like for a lot of us that have been doing this work, healing these particular archetypes and these particular patterns, it's like up until recently, you were never confident in making decisions and choices. You were letting everybody else make decisions and choices and dictate your life. That's not happening anymore. It's like you've kind of been teeter-tottering back and forth between that, in between both worlds, right? But that is how I feel. I want my vibration to be high. It's like giving yourself permission to feel love and feel joy and feel gratitude just for the freaking sake of it. Like, I feel like so many of us have carried such heavy, dense emotions and feelings, and it's not even ours. It's either things coming from how we grew up or things that we picked up from past lives carrying over, or even sometimes we're here to transmute and shift and clear these energies from our ancestral line because they couldn't do it in a past life. It's like a soul family thing, like a teamwork thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and then when I was diving into it, so those lyrics really rang true for me. I want to be high. I want to be free to know the things I do are right. I want to trust what is coming through. I want to trust this inner guidance. I want to trust what's coming through these dreams. I want to trust what's coming through my heart for what my soul is telling me, what Great Spirit's telling me. And I want to act on it with conviction, free of self-doubt. Right? It's trusting yourself above and beyond anything or anyone else. It's not needing any external validation. It's not allowing anyone or anything or any situation outside of you to take away your inner peace or extinguish your inner flame. Right? So freaking powerful. Because when we realize, this is what it really boils down to. When we freaking realize that the real power lies in our choice and how we react. It's the only thing any of us has real control over is what choices you make about yourself, how you choose to think, how you choose to feel, how you choose to experience your emotions. And that's not bypassing anything, because all emotions and feelings are necessary to have this human experience, right? But the trick of the matter is to experience them, feel them, understand and learn the lessons that they're trying to teach us, and release them and transmute them and shift them into higher frequencies. That's healing. That's transformation, right? So I can't control what is going on outside of me, but I can control how I react to it, right? So anyway, the other lyric that came through that was really poignant was, I'm not happy. I'm not happy when I got to fake it. And I think a lot of us have had to fake it. We've had to have certain personas to protect ourselves. And that is a really tough pattern to break. Because a lot of the times the patterns, the way that we've showed up or not showed up in our lives, right? The way we've allowed people to treat us or the way we've treated other people, a lot of times it boils down to having to fake it and have this mask on to protect yourself, because you had to protect yourself when you were little, or you had to protect yourself in that abusive relationship, that abusive marriage, whatever it was for you. 111 on the clock. So yeah, wow, that's a lot. I hope you're still with me, because here we go with the cards, right? Let's get after it. Energy check-in, big picture energy, spirit. What message do you have for this beautiful collective for the week ahead? Big picture energy, please and thank you. If you are interested in a private reading with me, you can find my booking link pinned in the comments over at YouTube, or you can find it up in the link in bio over at TikTok. If you're still here with me, thank you. I appreciate you sharing your energy. I also appreciate your interaction. Hit the like button, hit the follow, the subscribe. Better yet, share in the comments how this resonates. If you don't feel comfortable sharing, that's okay too. I get it. Drop your zodiac emojicon. Let me know that you're here with me. I want to know that you're here. I want you to feel seen. Right? All right, big picture energy for the week ahead, spirit. What's coming in for this beautiful collective? 3, 2, and 1. Wow, 2 cards. OMG. I'm getting chills. I'm emotional because I'm on this path with you. And this is probably one of the biggest transformations, like the biggest expansions I've had yet. Because the healing journey's never over, right? Bottom of the deck, I can't make this shit up. The initiation. It's huge. It's huge. The overarching energy. It's time to play. You've had enough density. You've had enough holding on to all this stuff. It's time to play. It's time to share your voice. What did I just say? I want you to feel like you are seen. You are meant to be seen. You are meant to be heard. If you're still here with me, you have a story to share. Just like I'm being vulnerable and sharing with you. And my prayer, my intention behind that is that it motivates and inspires you to also share. Because, man, you never know who you're helping. It's so important. So sharing your voice and play. Come out of the cave. You've suffered enough persecution. Expression. Look at the pyramids on that. Look at the water, the emotions. Like you've been doing the depth work. The cave is like going within yourself, meeting your shadow, right? Look at the pyramids. This is ancestors coming forth. They're with you. They've got your back. A lot of you may have ancestors from Egypt. I do. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. The days of you having to take yourself and your life so serious over. Look at her. In the champagne glass, bubbly, bright, charismatic. Let the real you come out and be seen. Right? I love that so very much for you. I'm going to pull a card about any dreams that you've been having. Significant. What card, Spirit, what card, what message do you have for this beautiful collective regarding any specific dream encounters that they have had that have shook them, or experiences like it was for me? I'm getting chills on the tops of my thighs. It's a confirmation for those of you out there. If you've had it, this is for you. This one's for you. Overall message, Spirit, please and thank you. And I'm going to read the passage of the book too, because it's an amazing deck to work with when you're working with your dream state like that. Three, two, and one. Oh, wow. Blown away. Wow. Bottom of the deck, overarching energy, the Death Mother. Definitely about a death and rebirth happening for you. Massive transformation. This is what came out for you. I love Eagle Spirit. Eagle Spirit is one of the animal spirits on my team. Harpy, Eagle. Look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is. I'm going to read the passage for you on this. I think it's really, really important. Again, I don't normally do my readings this way, but Spirit, I'm literally following Spirit. So this is for you. Page 65 reduces to 11. For those of you on the soul path, you could identify with an 11. I'm going to hold this up while I speak this language. And whatever intuitive hits you're getting while you look at this card, it's for you, babe. Trust it, okay? The Harpy Eagle in the Dreamscape Oracle is a female from the American variety. Harpy Eagles are a sign that you need to change something in your life. They represent your strength and none of your weaknesses. The Harpy Eagle comes to you via visions in your sleep time and your waking days. When it appears, heed the message and take a good look at what is out of balance in your life. Take stock of your life. Are you where you want to be emotionally, physically, financially? Now is the time to envision where you want to be and who you want in your life. Harness Harpy Eagle power when times are tough, and you need some extra help to guide you to the other side. Now, the meanings here: time to reassess your life and adjust accordingly. Listen to the messages Spirit is sending you. So a lot of you, Spirit is sending you, like I said, Spirit's sending you messages through your dream state. Now, Spirit could be sending you messages in other forms as well. You could be hearing songs. You could be hearing, TV shows, movie type titles. You could see things. You could have just a knowing drop out of nowhere, and you can't like back it up where you got it from. You just have this feeling or this knowing. Trust. Journal. Write about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get to the actual energy check-in now. This is what I usually do, is just the energy check-in, but hey, I am just the messenger. All right, Spirit, energy check-in for the week ahead. What is unfolding for this beautiful collective with regards to sharing their voice, play, the initiation, Harpy Eagle. And my guides are reminding me to share with you last week's reading, and I will link that reading in the description box over at YouTube on this one. The end result of last week was that you were going to be working through a lot of those turbulent emotions and feelings, right? Sitting in that fire. And that by the end of the week, there would be a lighter feeling, like you would feel way more in control of your emotions. Like it would be very apparent. And there's a reason for that. Again, preparing you for this next expansion, this next activation. This is a good thing. This is nothing to be afraid of, okay? So let's go ahead and pull what is unfolding for this beautiful collective over the next 4 weeks, Spirit, with regards to the initiation, sharing their voice, play, and the Harpy Eagle. Please and thank you so much, Spirit, for showing up for us. And ancestors, I know you're with us. I'm getting chills on that. Because the ancestors were with us last week as well. Three, two, and one. Wow, the Hierophant just came out. That's you. Three of Pentacles is the opportunity. Ooh, okay. What's helping you, the Well. Ooh, I like that. Needing more of the Devil energy. Interesting. The Chariot outcome, possible outcome. I'm digging that too. Challenge, Knight of Cups. That's the play. That's the play. Okay, overarching energy, Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's a lot of movement, a lot of messages coming through for you right now. Back end energy, Six of Swords, Justice. There's that 11 card and the Two of Cups. Yeah, this is, you're moving away from this. Back end energy, Six of Swords, definitely movement, lots of movement. Let me just take a little quick peek at this and get, okay, interesting, 22. So, 7, 3, okay. So this Hierophant, okay, it's like, this is a combination of ancestors showing up. This is a combination of, first of all, a lot of you are channels or mediums. You're identifying as a spiritual guide or leader or healer. Maybe you don't realize that yet, but it's, you have the ability to be channeling between the spiritual realm and the earthly realm. We all do to some extent, but it's not open for everyone, but you are open, okay? Now, what this is really saying is that I'm hearing benevolent leader. It's like this can definitely represent 122 on the clock. This can definitely represent dissolving and breaking those limiting belief patterns, right? Because this is conformity. This is conventional thinking. This is how the world works. And this is the way it was done. These are the things that you were taught growing up, or that you learned in some relationship or some experience in your work life. Limiting belief patterns that have held you back, that have blocked you from your true essence in terms of how you show up in your career life, how you earn your money, how you attract, manage, and spend it, how you show up in your relationships. Again, like a lot of you weren't making decisions and choices for yourself, or not feeling confident in yourself. And that's changing because you have broken those patterns. But there's still an semblance of back and forth, slipping back into the old way and not fully embodying it. So the opportunity is the Three of Pentacles. It's like, have patience with the way that you process, the way that you learn, the way that you move through these lessons and experiences. And don't try to move fast, right? Don't try to skip things. Like, don't try to skirt past things, because every single experience, 1, 2, 3 on the clock, every single experience that you have, every person that you encounter, whether it's pleasurable or not pleasurable, it is there to help you heal something within yourself and help you evolve and expand consciously. Okay? And so I feel like the opportunity is for collaboration for a lot of you too. Like, something new is going to be coming in for you work-wise. Okay? Something new is going to be coming in for you in terms of money and work. Like, that's on the bent. That's on, like, the cusp, right? And it hasn't showed up quite yet, probably because of the going back and forth, right? Now, what's helping you is the Well. Like, this is an additional card in this particular tarot deck. I love this so much. Look how she's working with her pendulum. Maybe some of you work with pendulums. This is like Mother Earth. Look at the water, the ocean, and the land, and the well. It's like you have really learned how to fill your well. You've really learned how to fill your cup up, fill yourself up with love. You've learned how to love yourself. You have learned how to express yourself. You have stepped into this new version of yourself and stepping into the version that you're growing into. But it's like, keep going back and forth, right? There are a lot of ideas and a lot of creative things that you've been working on that are there. It's already out there, like, manifesting for you. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what's working for you. Keep taking really good care of yourself. Keep loving yourself. Keep treating yourself well, the way you're thinking about yourself, the way you're speaking to yourself, because that spills out in how you allow other people to treat you, as well as how you're treating other people. So that's about healing from wounded masculine energy. That's about how you're showing up in relationships. That's about how you're healing your relationship with authority. I don't know about you, but up until recently, I had all kinds of issues with authority, especially masculine energy, right? But I learned something when I was studying the 10th house, because my midheaven, and maybe your midheaven, you want to look at that, but my midheaven is in the 10th house, Capricorn in the 10th house. It's also my Black Lilith. That's all about authority. That's all about what my relationship is with authority, and how I show up as an authority in my own life. How do I show up in my career? And I did this exercise. I did a mind map where I wrote out the experiences in this mind map about, like, certain people that really hurt me, especially the masculine energies in my life that have hurt me. They have abused their authority in my life. And I went back and looked at all that, and I feel like that's why, and somebody out there needs to hear this, that's why for so long, up until now, I wasn't making decisions and choices because I didn't want to hurt anybody else. I thought because that's how I was treated, that's how I was. And I didn't want to make choices and decisions. I didn't want to take a leadership role in any capacity in my home life, in my marriage life. I'm not married anymore, by the way. That was one of the authority masculines that wasn't a great experience, okay? But I didn't want to take leadership roles in my career life either, up until now. But I learned I could take all of that and say, look, this is how I define benevolent leadership for the betterment of all or none at all. And this is how I define malevolent, egoic, narcissistic, abusive, manipulative, controlling, smothering, right? And I learned I can choose not to exemplify any of those malevolent traits. I get to shape the kind of leader that I am going to be for myself and lead my own life and lead other people, like the community I read tarot for, my family, my friendships, right? So that's working for you in terms of you know how to fill up your cup. You know how to take really good care of yourself. And you're already seeing that spilling out into your world with other people, right? And so that's an awesome thing. It's like the challenge for you, the Knight of Cups being the challenge. This is all about, like, you don't have to take yourself so seriously. You don't have to take yourself so seriously. You've been made to feel most of your life that it's serious and doom and gloom and, burnout and, suck it up, get it done. Just get it done. Everything has to be hard. Everything has to be miserable. There's no pleasure in work. There's no pleasure with making money. Money is, like, for me, one of my money beliefs was you're not supposed to use money to have fun. You're not supposed to use money for pleasure. You're not supposed to use money for travel. You're not supposed to use it to be generous and help other people. That was unhealed masculine energy. So this Knight of Cups in your challenge, my loves, is to give yourself permission to lead your life in a very calm, loving, playful, curious, fun, flirty, loving. Let yourself really be seen. If anyone is still giving you shit or making you feel like you have to dim yourself or that you can't like express yourself or you can't express those beautiful, loving emotions and feelings, they're not aligned with you. And they're not meant to walk with you on this path any longer. They're not meant to propel with you into this next phase. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? You're meant to enjoy and play and create and flirt and have a good freaking time and let yourself have fun, even with the mundane stuff. Because it doesn't have to be that hard, right? So what you need more of, this is interesting, the devil. Now don't take it that way, okay? What you need more of is two things with the devil energy, and this is Capricorn energy. I was just talking about that authority, that unhealed relationship with authority. If you haven't given yourself permission to heal that energy, that 10th house energy, now's the time, my friends. The second part of that is the devil is about being chained to those obsessions, being chained. This is shadow. Being chained to those old belief structures, right? Holding on too tight to something and going back and forth. So it's like you need to let yourself break free of it once and for all. This is the time to do it. There is a third part to this. It's like in terms of not taking life so seriously. The one desirable trait about the devil, well, there's two actually. And I'm not referring to Satan. I just want to be really clear for some of you need to hear that. No, because everybody has devil energy within them, okay? We all have Capricorn in our charts. We all have Capricorn in our 10th house, okay? It's like not to take yourself so seriously. The devil, it's an illusion, those limiting beliefs, that fear, the shadow holding you back, the self-sabotaging. I'm getting 8 of Swords in my mind's eye. That's an illusion, a self-imposed illusion. You can free yourself at any time. The other part of it is don't take life so seriously. A challenge comes at you. Again, you cannot control how other people treat you or how, like, what's going on, like what kind of shitty things are going down in the world or what's happening, in your external life. But you can choose how you react to it. You can laugh it off. Well, not going to steal my peace. Because that's where your power comes from. I just heard some of you are letting go of a Capricorn in your life. The possible outcome, and this is absolutely beautiful, the Chariot, Cancer energy, it's like you're soul-led. Success, victory. You're going to have success and victory in this soul work. You're going to have success and victory with this healing of your money house. 133. I've seen 111, 122, and now I see 133. 123. Oh, and that was the other thing. When I started running these crystal frequencies, it was 1234 on the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are on the right path. Don't you dare give up on yourself, my love. Don't you dare give up on yourself. Because success and victory awaits you. All you have to do is fully break free. Fully break free from those limiting patterns. Fully break free. 6 plus 5, the devil reduces down to 6, and the Hierophant is 5. That's the Justice card energy. That's things coming into balance. That's spiritual karma being cleared. And believe you me, Great Spirit and your spirit team and your ancestors, especially if you resonate with having these dream experiences, these transmuting experiences, they are doing their part. They need you to do yours as well. And you can do this, okay? So let's get clarification. Let me find out, first of all, if you're still here with me, awesome. Are there any other messages with regards to the overall energy, Spirit, please and thank you, before I start clarifying? I'm hearing healthy collaborations are coming in. Healthy collaborations. Anything else, Spirit? I'm going to let you pop off a card if there is. Three, 2. No. Okay. Let's start clarifying. I'm just going to go right for the devil. Spirit, clarify the devil. What do you want this beautiful collective to know about the devil energy and what they need more of? Please and thank you. Yeah, because when 15 is the number of the devil card. When you reduce that to 6, 6s in numerology are all about bringing things back into harmony and balance. 5s are about challenges and chaos and obstacles. You know what I mean? I'm hearing obstruction. And so when we go from the 5 to the 6, it brings us back into harmony and balance. 5 plus 6 is 11. That's justice. That's bringing things back into alignment and balance and harmony, right? All right, Spirit, what do you want this collective to know about what they need more of with relation to the devil, please? 3. I'm hearing let go, let go. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I can't even make it up. I had to take it. This is really, remember when I said with the devil card, I'm seeing the 8 of swords in my mind's eye? Well, there it is. The 8 of swords. 8 of voices in this deck. This is the baby devil card in the swords energy, because the swords in the tarot deck is all about communication and our thought processes and our belief structures. And the 8 of swords is the epitome of self-sabotage. It's the epitome of learned helplessness. It's the epitome of feeling like I can't move forward, of not trusting yourself, of having low self-worth or low self-esteem because of the experiences that you've had. But the beautiful part about the 8 of swords, just like the devil itself, is that it's like Dorothy and the red ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz. You've always had the power to free yourself. And I'm getting chills on the tops of my thighs. You've always had the power to free yourself, and you still do. So it's let go and leave that old version of yourself behind. And I'm also hearing from my guides, and if you're still surrounding yourself with people or you're in environments that are fueling you to feel dim, that are fueling you to stay stuck in that mental prison, then it's a call for you to reevaluate, like the Harpy Eagle said, reevaluate those relationships. It may be a time for you to have better boundaries or you to exit the building, because your energy is your most precious resource. Boundaries are meant to keep people in. When somebody disrespects and dishonors and ignores a boundary that you've set, they're disrespecting you. They're not seeing you. They're not honoring your essence. And therefore, they're not worthy of your energy. It's really that simple. 10 of Wands is the next card. It's time to put down the emotional baggage of other people. It's not your weight to carry. It's not your cross to burden anymore, baby. You've done the soul work. And unfortunately, not everybody does the soul work. I know that a lot of us think that they do. Like, if I'm doing this, then why isn't my family doing this? Why isn't why aren't my friends doing it? Not everybody's doing it. It's free will. It's a choice. You must put it down. This is an accumulation of all the work that you've been doing. The cycle is ending. It's ended. It's like, but in order for you to stop stepping back into the old ways, you've got to put the weight of everybody else's shit down. Awakening, judgment, 20, God protected. This is a call for you to allow this expansion to occur. This is a call for you. It's a wake-up call. It's basically trust the process, babe. Trust the process and free yourself of the mental prison, the mindset. Like, you've already done so much work. You've already experienced a taste of like who you've already like transformed into and who you're transforming into. All you have to do is let go of the old. That's it. 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, overarching energy of that. This is about standing in your personal power. I spoke about boundaries. This is about having boundaries. Look how she is pulling back. It's a portal. Look how she's pulling back all of that darkness. And look at all that light. That red, that orange, and that yellow. Your first chakra, your second chakra, your third chakra. Coming back into balance, being secure, providing your own safety and security, letting your expressions come to the forefront, standing in your personal power unapologetically. This is your time. Are there any other messages for the collective on that, Spirit, please and thank you? Now I understand why Spirit was like, this is the only reading you're going to do today, because we're almost hitting on 1 hour. This is one of those readings where it's like, grab a cup of tea and a blankie and get comfy and dive in with like, have your notebook, have your journal, you know what I mean? Write down the notes, write the things that are hitting you, you know, and expound on it. If you feel called to do any type of journaling after this, do it. It's going to help you like organize your thought process, and really like sometimes it like you kick in some automatic writing and you can actually communicate back and forth with your own spirit team, you know, with your soul. Nothing else. Okay, I want to know, give me more information about the 3 of Pentacles. What's the opportunity with the 3 of Pentacles? I feel like there's something coming in beyond the soul work, like in terms of like collaboration. I just heard, know that you have the skills to pay the bills. You got the skills to pay the bills. That's like a Beastie Boy song. Maybe you're a Beastie Boy fan. I got the skills to pay the bills. What do you want the collective to know about the 3 of Pentacles and the opportunity? Please and thank you, Spirit. 3, 2, 6. Oh man, I love this. 6 of materials, 6 of pentacles. It's like resources are coming in. This, whatever incoming collaboration is going to be coming in for you, maybe not in the next week, maybe sometime, I don't know when it's going to come. I can't tell you. It could be 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. It could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. But like you're coming into flow. You're going from feeling like always, asking, always like giving to receiving. Like you're coming into flow state. What I love about this, whatever this collaboration or this opportunity coming in terms of like your money house and your career house, it's going to be really like interdependent, healthy, and like reciprocal. 3 + 6 is 9 of Pentacles. Like your abundance is coming in. It's an opportunity for you to enjoy and savor your life, all areas of your life. You can't be a workaholic and like neglect your family life or neglect having fun or neglect, I'm just hearing sex life for some of you. I don't know. So your abundance is literally knocking on the freaking door. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Things are coming. Your opportunity is to get into flow and trust and believe that you got the skills to pay the damn bills, baby. Knight of Wands, things are picking up. Like the Knight of Wands is also about giving yourself permission to try new things, be spontaneous, be excited, be passionate. I just heard, let your freak flag fly. Right? Fun, play, go experience don't be afraid of these experiences. These experiences are meant to help bring your essence to the surface, right? Is there any other messages about the 6 of Pentacles, clarifying the 3 of Pentacles, please and thank you? Like you can see these girls, these twins, like look at the light emulating from this rose. Like you're blossoming. The opportunity is to give yourself permission to blossom. Right? Any other messages on that, Spirit? I'll let you pop off a card. I feel like if you're out there trying new things, if you're putting yourself out there, this is where you're going to meet these people. You're going to come into new experiences, meeting new people, new collaborations. Go to the conference I just heard. Go to the damn conference. Buy the ticket. That's for someone. Nothing else. Okay. Talk to me about the Knight of Cups and the challenge, Spirit. I just want to get clarity on that. What do you want them to know about the Knight of Cups? 3, 2. Nine of Wands. Things don't have to be so hard. Oh, yeah, look at that. Queen of Pentacles, more Capricorn energy. 9 of Wands. It's like, again, this is another card about boundaries with other relationships and boundaries with yourself. It's time to have boundaries with yourself in terms of reverting back to those old patterns. It's like it's time to walk away from believing those limiting belief structures that everything has to be hard, that doing a lot of the soul work has to be through pain and sadness and hurting. A lot of it can be done through joyful experiences too. Did you know that? So it's like basically Spirit confirming what I was saying earlier in terms of it's just your time to play and learn through play. Think about little kids. They learn best through play, through interacting and play, touching, feeling, tasting, hearing, smelling, right? Is there anything else you want the collective? I feel like it's important to understand that when you're in that playful, joyful, charismatic energy, you let yourself finally transition into that. Those are higher frequencies. That's when things are going to come in and attract what you're attracting. It's like right there waiting to come in, like knocking on your door, and that door's going to swing wide open and come right at you, right? But the stop and go has to stop. Anything else on that, Spirit, before I move on? Yeah, it's like, this is the Hanged Muse. This is the Hangman. It's like you've already had this major shift. You've already had this major shift. You've already had like a very significant pause. And now it's time to go out and play. It's time to go out and play. That's another 3 when I reduce that down. 3 of Wands. Put your plans into action, baby cakes. 3 of Wands. I got 333 on the board now. Ascended Masters. Yeah, it's like, don't listen to anytime, like if you've been doing the mindset reframing, you've probably been working with affirmations, right? And vision statements and visualizations and like mentally rehearsing things. And if you haven't, Joe Dispenza is really great for learning about that stuff. But like, it's like being self-aware is the first step. And you probably already know this. And if you don't, here you go. Being self-aware of those thoughts and being able to be like, not judging yourself and being hard on yourself, but like, not today, Rose. Like, that's what I say to the inner devil within me, the shadow within me. Not today. Money is always available to me when I need it. Money loves me and amplifies the good within me. Money loves it when I spend and invest it in helping other people and treating other people to experiences that bring us pleasure and happiness. Right? That's just an example. Okay, any other messages about the Hangman, please and thank you? Like, you've made enough sacrifices. This is an initiation as well. This card could represent going through that initiation. Like, the initiation is over, man. The hard part is over. It's just you stepping into who you really are. Okay? So, any other messages on that, Spirit, before we move into the Chariot? Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were going to pop out that Two of Swords. Yeah, it's like the Two of Swords, again, more swords energy. It's like, you see the door? That's the portal. It's like, walk through that door. It's like Spirit's like, when you can radically accept where you've been and where you're at right now, it makes it much easier to walk through that door into your newness, right? This is also a call. This is the Baby Justice card because it's a 2 card. This is also a call to keep doing the things that fill your cup and make you feel grounded and centered, because I'm hearing exercise, moving your body. It's like that's one of the best ways to get into your body through dance, exercise, yoga, Pilates, whatever it is for you, walking, sex, whatever it is. Like, getting into your body is the best way to get out of your head. So it's really important to stay grounded and centered. Like, that's not a one and done. That's a lifestyle. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, three of swords on the bottom of the deck. To get out of that. You know what I mean? Because this stuff never really fully goes away. You know what I mean? But you learn the tools to help you recognize and be self-aware. Oh, here it comes creeping back. Well, I know exactly what to do to shift out of that. I've learned how to shift my emotions and feelings. I'm in control of my feelings. I'm in governance of my emotions and feelings, not the other way around. I don't bypass them either. I feel what needs to be felt unapologetically, but then I shift it and release it and let it go. Hey, this is what it taught me and I'm moving on. You know what I mean? All right, let's talk about the Chariot. Give me some deets, give me some juice, Spirit, in terms of what's coming in with that Chariot in the possible outcome, please and thank you. I feel like there's some type of something coming in career-wise or money-wise. What's coming in with that, please and thank you? 3. I'm getting a low buzzing in my left ear on that. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, wow. Hierophant. 6 of Wands. I like it. Okay. Oh, man, I like that. Yeah, it's like you're going to feel so much excitement. This, first of all, what's coming in terms of you're overcoming the 6 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 5 of Cups. You're overcoming those belief patterns and structures, those limiting patterns, that Hierophant. 6 of Wands is about winning, victory, success. You're overcoming it. You will win and succeed over it. That's what the Chariot is about as well. Winning, victory, success. The Five of Cups, you're winning against constantly cycling back into negativity and pessimism, worrying about the past. You're picking up the 2 cups that are still standing and you're claiming your new life. Okay, now when that happens, guess what? I got the Queen of Wands and I've got the Ace of Pentacles. So you could have some type of an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo coming in. You could even have a Taurus coming in as well. Some type of a collaboration. That three of Pentacles and that 6 of Pentacles, that 9 of Pentacles, with this Ace of Pentacles, this gives me the 10 of Pentacles energy. Like there's some type of an offer. It could be a person coming in or some type of an offer coming in that's going to light you the F up. Okay? Now, there's a potential for this to be long-term wealth security. It's, aces are about new potentials, new beginnings. You got to let go of the old way to open up the door for the new one, right? And so this Queen of Wands, some of you could actually be venturing out into your own gig, like entrepreneurial, because the Queen of Wands is the entrepreneurial badass. McSass. Or you're taking a part-time gig into a full-time gig. Or you're stepping up into a leadership role. Baby, you got multiple things going on and you're making it look easy because you finally freed yourself. Wow. So definitely something to do with money and career upgrades coming in because you're freeing yourself. What's the final guidance, Spirit? What's the final guidance? The final guidance or actions for this beautiful, beautiful collective moving forward, please and thank you. Yeah, and the overarching energy, the whole thing. There is so much momentum and progress. It's like ride the waves, baby. Lots of opportunities coming in. Ooh. Lots of incoming opportunities and messages, opportunities in all areas. You know what I'm saying? What's the final guidance for this beautiful collective, please and thank you? 3, 2, and 1. 6 of Swords, move away. Empress, Queen of Cups. Yeah, bottom of the deck, Page of Materials. There are lots of amazing opportunities coming in your way, baby. Spirit's like, look. 6 of Swords is about moving away from the toxicity, move away from the old situation, move away from the old version of yourself. You can do that because you have control over your thoughts and your emotions. And again, like I said earlier, it's like reevaluating. Harpy Eagle said reevaluating the people, the habits that you have in your life, the environments that you're in, reevaluating them. What contributes to sabotaging you? Move away from it. Empress energy, Libra, Taurus energy, like your abundance, you're moving into your abundance. 6 of Swords, you're moving away from the old and you're moving into your abundance and your prosperity. Okay? Queen of Cups and the Chariot, it's like you're definitely going to be experiencing, a lot of you, expansion with this activation, with this full moon coming in this eclipse, meaning an uptick of your clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairaudience. It's like you can trust the intuition, the insights that are coming through in your dream state. It's like give yourself permission. Also, continue to let yourself feel all of your emotions and feelings. Take really good care of yourself because it's really helping to propel you forward. 7, the Chariot. Again, Chariot out twice, 77. Your success is imminent. This is about you being soul-led from the heart and not the head. If you're still here with me, thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy. And when you do interact with this message, if you feel comfortable, when you hit the like, you hit the subscribe or the follow, you comment with me how this shows up in your life. You give me your zodiac emoji to let me know you're here. It helps me to tap into your energy for these readings as well. So I thank you in advance if you're doing that. Wow. What an amazing, powerful message. I'm proud of the work that you've done for yourself, your family, and your ancestors, and I hope that you are too. Until the next time, be well, love well, live well. Chef's Kiss vibes, I love you all.